So we're just gonna go through these in order.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yay.
You'll handle the first two.
Yay.
And I'll handle the last two.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and I'll wait for the YouTube delay. Check, check. Microphone, microphone. I like what I see. I like what I hear.
We are live.
We have a Jack.
We're live.
We have a Colton.
We live,
We
bitches.
have a PD Rave, and we have a DJM.
Oh my god.
All right. I just want to make sure that the YouTube video comes up on my end.
YouTube.
Yeah, I see that.
There we go. I'm
And
seeing.
now we're gonna read the comments.
Don't read the comments, Petey. Don't ever.
But Sean's in there, I
Ever.
think.
Don't feed
Oh,
the plants.
Definitely don't read the
I'll read what Sean says.
Do not read what
Okay.
Sean says.
I respect Sean.
All right. Hello,
Sean's
everybody.
fine. I respect you.
We are just about to get started for A3K Live. Shout out to all of you out there if you're watching on diamondclub.tv. Thank you for tuning in. And if you're in the chat room, go ahead and join the conversation. If you're on the social media space, the hashtag is A3K Live. Now, if y'all would be so kind as to shut up, I'm going to do the thing. And with that, it is go time. Welcome, one and all, to the A3K podcast, powered by the fine folks at anime3000.com, where the future of anime and manga will be broadcasted, podcasted, live tweeted, and stuff. Right here. Right
I
now.
like stuff.
You're watching the future of anime and manga right now. And you can see it whenever you want. 24/7, 52/365 at anime3000.com. Welcome, everyone. I hope you are having a good Saturday evening as we are live recording this, or whenever you might be listening to this. My name is David Majors. I am the host of the A3K podcast. I'm also the host of Nanashi Anime Podcast, the anime podcast with no name. My co-host and partner in crime, the one, the only, Jack D. J. Quellen, what is going on? Oh, what are you up to this time?
I'm a Futakuchi Onna. I just found out what that
Whoa,
means.
whoa. That's not one of those things where it's like a dude, but then it's a guy, is it? Whoa.
Mm-mm.
No traps,
And
please.
now I get the chance to do my sassy.
I mean,
Batman
I know
impression.
I know you like to get really creative with the cosplay, Jack. I know that, but hey.
Nope, just a gal with a monster on her head with the mouth in the back. Technically not, but hello. How you doing, David? I'm doing good.
I am doing well, Jay Quellen, and I think we have a fantastic group of guests this week. First of all, fresh from a brand new episode of the Manga Corner from anime3000.com, brand new, live today. What's up, Colton? Thanks for coming on.
No problem. Happy to be here. Yep, new manga corner out. Talked about Food Wars. I'll remind you guys about that at the end. But for now, I'm here on the show. Let's talk about our animus and mangoes.
Mm-hmm.
Was there orgasming during the podcast?
No, thankfully not. Thankfully not. I probably would have to leave the show if that were to happen.
Oh.
Fair
doesn't
enough.
make for a very good work environment. Can't get any work done.
Please leave the show, Colton. I'm kidding.
Or it could be a
all right.
great environment.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Depending on
I'm
whom.
offended.
Yes.
That other voice you hear is a good friend of mine. He is the host of Hallyu-Juku, the man behind the podcast covering all things K, J, pop, dorama, and music. Petey Rave, everybody. Pedro Antonio Ravello. My good friend, Petey Rave. Petey.
What's up,
hermano?
everybody?
What's going on, my friend?
I'm here. I just literally got home from work about 15 minutes ago, and I'm ready to talk some animes.
Woohoo!
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that's what I
talking
like
about.
to
My
hear.
man.
That
My
is
man.
what I
That's
like
right.
to hear.
I brought in a ringer, you guys. I brought in my boy, my dog, Petey Ray. And we're going to talk about the animes.
Bada boom!
First
Realist anime fans in the room. How you doing?
How you doing? First story.
Oh yeah,
Jack,
first story.
This thing coming from the interwebs for
Mhm.
Legend of Zelda. This
Yes.
trailer. This was pretty cool.
Yes.
Tell me about this trailer.
All right. Well, one of our most common trends on A3K Live recently was discussing live action Hollywood or mostly Japanese adaptations of video games and animes into movies. And this was something that that I recently saw that was actually on Twitter from I believe one of my followers or somebody I follow. I forget how Twitter works. I'm
Yes.
technologically impaired. Never mind. The point is I saw this and immediately I thought we have to talk about this. We have to just has anybody else watched it? First off?
I did.
I watched
Mhm.
it too.
Okay, so
All right,
let's
guys.
start with you, Colton. What do you think?
I got excited. I thought this was a live action trailer for the new Netflix series coming soon, whenever that's coming out. And then I noticed that Navi looked a little weird in the trailer, and I was like, "This is a Netflix show?" And then I look in the description, and I'm like, "Oh, it's fan made. That sucks." But I mean, I thought the trailer was kind of cool. It sure had me fooled.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a really cool video. I like the atmosphere it creates in this, the feel of it. The main positive you want to always take away from this is that it ain't a gritty reboot. At least there's that. And it capture, yes. But at the same time, it's also it does a really good job of trying to capture that feel of Hyrule, that feel of that fantasy adventure epic, and it does it well for people that are on that Film Riot level, fans just trying to make a thing. And this is cool. It's content creators working with other content creators, which I'm always going to be a fan of. It's Player Piano, the Zelda project. It's just people that create content and our fans just making their thing, and that's just cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing I liked
And
about it was... Go ahead.
I just wanted to say I really thought that this was a great idea because there are so many fan trailers in recent times, whether it was the Power Rangers trailer or this one. It really made me think, because I'm on a Mortal Kombat kick lately, it made me think of Mortal Kombat Legacy. And it made me realize there's a very real precedence for something like this actually being made and being licensed officially. So it's really not totally out of the realm of possibility anymore that these quote-unquote fan films that a lot of people will say are as good, if not better, than something the original creators could come up with, could actually grow into something.
Yeah.
Because we saw what happened with Mortal Kombat Legacy and Machinima, so there's room for growth. Go ahead, Jack.
I think this definitely portrayed the same amount of excitement as we've all felt, at least what I hope you all felt when Ocarina of Time happened, because that was always really exciting. Maybe it's a link to the past for you old farts and also people who have no taste and prefer it over Ocarina of Time. Never mind.
Shots fired.
Shots.
Shade!
I'm just gonna move this up here because Wolf Blood. Anyway, yeah, I really liked this, and it was really exciting to me. I think that is something. That's a good point you bring up, David. Is that fan-created content like this can catch the attention of the original creators, and they think to themselves, "Wait a second, this is a great idea." I mean, maybe in a sense, if you want to think back a little bit and you want to think about what an absolute travesty that the Super Mario Brothers movie was, a travesty that I still enjoy, but you probably think to yourself, wait a sec, this could be done better. This could possibly be animated and done in the great animation style that we have for the current Mario games, which is actually in production, but that's something we could talk about another time. That's kind of, in a sense, what happened is they go, there's two different ways to go about it. They look at a terrible canon production of it, and then they decide this needs to be improved upon, or they look at a great fan production and go, okay, let's think about this for a second and actually go over here and do it. So, you know, I know that possibly AW, if he has any sense in his head in the chat, will be agreeing with me when I say that we also want the same thing for Rayman in Smash Brothers. Not that that actually matters, because I only have it on 3DS, but it's a very
also.
likely
I want to give a quick shout out to One Eye Sin in the chat room. One Eye Sin 3D. Also, Street Fighter Assassin's Fist, which was freaking awesome.
And I want to shout out to Packer Girl 89, our waifu in the chat, saying that Ocarina of Time is the king of Zelda games. Not necessarily, but it's definitely better than A Link to the Past. I would think that people would realize that at this point, that A Link to the Past has not really aged well. And with that, I think we should move on to our next point of discussion. Oh wait, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Colton.
No, all I was gonna say was, because I'm not really that big in the video games.
Colton?
We're losing you, Colton.
First place, level was it for the Wii? Twilight Princess. So what's the consensus here on that, real quick? Because you mentioned all these other games. Yeah. Because I actually really liked it.
Twilight Princess is definitely one of the better ones, but the water temple in that, especially the Wii version, is god fucking awful. It is the worst. If you are spatially challenged in any sense, which a lot of people are because we're not all Professor fucking Layton, you cannot get through that without a walkthrough. I swear to God, the people who wrote the walkthroughs for it all sound confused as well. Like, you go onto a YouTube video where they go, okay, we're gonna play, and I played through this prior. They're still going through the water temple like, what the fuck is this shit? Personally, I think Majora's Mask has the best tone, but that's my opinion. I also really thought that the Wind Waker games and the sequels were really nice, especially Phantom Hourglass, because you get Linnebeck, Captain Linnebeck, otherwise known as basically One Piece in a nutshell, plus fucking Captain Jack Sparrow with the Wind Waker art style, just kind of going, okay, so, hey, I broke my leg, and we're in a dungeon. I can give you the key to the dungeon if you can just, you know, give me this thing, and then I'll just be out of your hair, you know, and just, you know, I just...
Now,
I need you to help me.
Jack,
Yeah.
I don't want you to get any triggered memories from Zelda games, but you did mention One Piece, so let's talk about this game that's going to have a whole bunch of shonen characters in it.
Yes.
Okay.
All the shonen characters.
Yay.
This is exciting to both me and to Colton, and there's a little something in it for the ladies, by which I mean me and David. So, J-Star's Victory Versus is basically the Super Smash Brothers of Shonen Jump magazine. There is a huge pool of characters in this, from One Piece, from Gintama. They even have Bobobo in there, and a recent addition is
Yes!
Yes! It's not for you.
Bobobo!
It's super.
I will play this game. I will be top tier with Bobobo. Get on my level, son. Let's go.
Dragon Ball Z is in there, and they
You're
even
gonna
have,
be on all the all the championship fighting game series. You're gonna go pro, go MLG
I will
with
be the
Bobobo.
Justin Wong of this game with Bobobo.
Get rigged, son! It's not for you!
Oh my God.
But they also have Dragon Ball characters, of course. They're pretty much required at this point. They even have JoJo, and they've got Kuro-sensei from Assassination Classroom.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
just to cut in, Jax, you did mention it. For everyone out there watching live or listening in podcast form, Jay Quellen did in fact mention JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So, if you are playing along and it's time to begin the A3K podcast drinking game, every time JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is mentioned on this program, you must consume your beverage of choice. So, everyone drink up.
Mhm.
Please continue.
As
Jay
you were
Quellen.
saying, Jack.
So, this is entirely exciting, and I know that Colton has a lot to say about it, so I'm glad that you pulled it right. I'm glad that you just went right back to me when I'm going to go right back to Colton. So, Colton, please tell us what you think, because I know you played this game.
I've played it a little bit. I mean, I don't own it, unfortunately, because I didn't really want to spend $80 to import a game. I've already done that with Jump Ultimate Stars, actually, for the DS. I got that a couple years ago. I still love playing that game. I got to play it a little bit. It's fun, but I'd have to play it a bit more to really form a real opinion. But I don't know. It's a Shonen Jump fighting game. I don't think there's really much else to say. I mean, like there's a lot of series in this game. Even with stuff not necessarily obscure over in Japan, but stuff that's kind of obscure
we
to
might know. It's stuff the layman might not know. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's stuff in there obscure to U.S. fandom, like Kochi Kame, which is pretty much like the longest running thing in Jump. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Toriko's in it as well.
Oh yeah, Toriko's in there as well.
Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho. Thank you very much to Packer Girl 89 for letting us know. She seems to be extremely excited that we are talking about this.
I really wish, just like in Ultimate Stars, that Yugi was playable in this, because I know he's playable in Ultimate Stars. It would have been nice to maybe have him as a playable character in there. But I mean, we got.
I imagine Yugi being in this game, sort of like the way Phoenix Wright was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It would, in theory, be really ridiculous, but with the right person, he would probably want to be one of the most powerful characters in the game, which makes me wonder, one, who would be the final boss in this game? Who would be like the final boss in a game featuring all of the Shonen Jump characters? Because with my immediate comparison is Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I got it.
Like, who's your
the editor of Shonen Jump magazine? It's the editor. That's it. Just no. We have no more chapter of Breach. I'll go home now.
You know, it's a shame.
His finishing super would just be a giant eraser.
And then his level 3,
the entire
stage 3. Because, of course, in these kinds of Marvel-type arcade fights, there's several different stages to the final boss.
Exactly.
The final stage will be, you thought I was the editor of Shonen Jump, but it was me, Dio, all along!
It was me! It was me all along!
Oh, son of a bitch! But as long as it's not God Rugal, I think we'll be okay.
Now, Colton, I have to ask you, did you get a sense of how balanced it was, knowing it's from so many different pieces of media?
And that was my second question. That was the second question I was going to ask. Just how overpowered is Goku going to be in this game?
Well, I know he can use the Spirit Bomb.
Kuro-sensei is going to be the most overpowered. Have you seen his supers? He basically pulls a Superman, as in the classic film Superman, where he's flying around the world to stop time.
Yeah.
Somebody cracks the Earth in half at some point in this trailer.
Yeah, fucking Arale, the main character, Dr. Slump, that's something she does in her respective series at one point because she's so that's kind of a joke is that she's so strong she can crack the earth in half. But I guess everything turned out fine because it still ran for a couple more volumes.
I think someone in the chat room got it. It is none other than the reigning fanny pack wrestling champion, Patrick McSwaggerson in the chat room says the final boss of J-Stars will be Chaozu.
That might.
I can see it.
That might have to.
I can see it.
Okay, everybody's saying that everyone's going to be overpowered. It's all different answers here.
If everyone's overpowered, that's fine.
Everybody's overpowered.
If everybody's overpowered, that's fine. I was just worried about it.
It's Shonen Jump, and they're all Shonen Jump protagonists, so thusly they will all be overpowered compared to one another.
I think Patty McSwag was kind of on the right track, but I know who really is going to be the final boss in this game. It's Yamcha. Because one day, at the end of the game, you're just going to run into Yamcha. And he's just going to be like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the Saiyans and the pirates and everybody else in this damn series of manga. People think I'm the weakest guy ever. People think I suck. You know what? I'm the final boss, and I'm going to kick your ass.
It's like it's the rise of Glass Show.
And he's going to have like 7 transformations. He'll have like 7 transformations. Oh, that's not my final form. This is my... Oh, no, this isn't my final form. This is my final... No. Oh, you thought that was my... Oh, yeah. Get ready to see Yamcha's true final form. And he'll basically be like an SNK boss, like, times 15. Because that will be Yamcha's one final redemption after all of the shitty...
I think we're gonna have a brawl in the chat between AW Brawler and Patty McSwag. Patty McSwag firing shots at Yamcha.
One Eye Sin saying the editor possesses Yamcha and grants him his powers. I like that idea. And then Dio comes up and is like, "Whoa, dude, just chill out," and just one-shot punches him into the corner. You stay over there. This is between me and the rest of the cast.
Well. Now, see,
Colton, don't go to the light.
Colton,
and Gintoki would be the best person.
One more time, Colton. We lost you for a second.
Oh, did I go all T-Pain shit? Now I can't talk. All I wanted to say was, if we're looking for somebody to break the fourth wall, as the resident Gintama fan of the A3K network, I would have to nominate my main man, Gintoki, because the dude can literally break anime. Like, I don't think you get any more overpowered and jump than that.
Yada yada yada.
Which goes back to the editor being the final boss. I believe his level 5 super would just be a giant eraser. Yeah. Completely wiping out the character.
Moving a little bit back, his super is he fires you, and then the game turns off.
Yes.
He erases you. That would be the best. It's just like, these panels are not working. Also, we have decided you are put out of serialization. Boop. The game just turns off. The game crashes like any random creepypasta game you can think of.
And then you have to clean out your dorm, your space in the dorm room at the office. You know?
Your game console is completely filled with bullshit memory space, so you have to delete the game, and you're just like, fuck. You have to go all the way through the entire game again.
Start over from.
People like the roguelikes. Hey, people like the roguelikes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people, that's in now. So
I'd say people like to go back and forth between what's the most bullshit, broken final boss arcade, but think about it. If they ever start messing with the game's memory and it powering on and off and the different mechanics involved in the hardware, we're in trouble. So I hope nobody listens to this.
What was that one game that pretended to do that? It was on the
I know what you're talking about.
I think I know what game you're talking about, where it's the game you can only play once, and if you die, you can play it again.
If you die in the game, you die for real.
Okay, not to that level. There's a game where it plays with your sanity, and if you start to go insane, it starts to get meta, and it pretends like it erased the save in your memory card and corrupted your memory card to freak you out. Oh, damn. I'll let the chat...
Leave or shoot Larry.
Yes. I'll let the chat let me know. Eternal Darkness. Thank you, One Eye Season 3D.
Interesting. We should probably let people know.
One more thing about this game that I want to ask. I want to throw this one around.
Mm-hmm.
Just how impossible is it for this game to get licensed in the U.S.?
Funny thing. Well, hold on. Actually, it has been licensed, and I was actually just going to let everybody know this game has been licensed for North America and the UK, and I believe it is coming out over here on June 30th for the PlayStation 3, Vita, and PlayStation 4, which is pretty cool. Because I don't think the game over in Japan even got a PlayStation 4 release, and it's also getting a bonus arcade mode over here too.
I would like to.
Yeah, so essentially that means it's on the PlayStation Network.
Do you think they'll get like the Funimation and Viz voice actors to do?
Oh no,
probably not.
This game isn't being dubbed,
which is really upsetting to me because I prefer the dub. However, I am gonna say I'd probably end up. No, never mind. I want a dub, but that's never going to happen because nobody dubs anymore. Nobody dubs games.
The thing is with this game, it was probably a licensing nightmare in the first place, so I think most people should just be happy this game's coming out.
That's what I was asking.
Spoiled.
Like, what miracle had to be pulled off for this game to get licensed?
Probably a lot of
miracle do I need to get Jameson Price to tell me it's not for you? Shit, that's the wrong voice actor. That would be Richard Patch. That's right. God, no, take away my nerd license.
You require further training, Jake.
Yare yare doze.
You require further training.
My yare yare counts up to 2.
That does not need further training. The world's greatest thief, Lupin the Third.
Lupin!
Yay, Lupin.
He's coming back. The world's greatest thief, Arsène Lupin the Third, is coming back in an animated series this fall to NTV, which is the network that is also bringing the story that we're going to talk about next, the Death Note live-action drama. The first story of Lupin III, the first original series in 30 years, will depict Arsène Lupin and his gang in the Republic of San Marino, Italy. It will also air in Italy in preparation for a worldwide release. Also, the theme song will be done by Ono Yuji, and also, once again, this is the first Lupin III television series starring Lupin since the 80s, really long time, not counting the most recent one starring Fujiko Mine. But yeah, Colton, Lupin III, are you a fan?
I'm not particularly a fan, but that's mostly because I haven't really dived too deep into the world of Lupin. I've watched because I have on DVD a special called Episode 0, which is kind of sort of a origin story of how all of the crew met. That's about as much Lupin as I've seen. That, and I've also seen an episode or 2 of the original Green Jacket series, which you can find the Green Jacket, Red Jacket, and even the Pink Jacket series all on Hulu. So there's a way for you guys to watch that legally. But I don't know, like
you had something up there on the screen. I want you to show that again for everyone to see. Since we're talking about Lupin the Third, I know you had something up there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me?
No, Petey. You had something there on the screen.
A.W., quit your bitching. Quit your bitching.
Oh, I was just showing a little bit of the School Idol Festival, just in anticipation for something else.
We're going to talk about Love Live, guys. Don't worry. We're going to... That was all a part of my plan, bringing you all here together.
Oh, David, do we have to?
Yes.
It's going to be a fun discussion. But yeah, Lupin the Third this is interesting because they're bringing, like, it's just like NTV wants all of the easy ratings, like it puts it in the article. It's like it's such a no-brainer, especially with how consistently relevant the show is, the property is with the continuous movies every year. Like it's just kind of a no-brainer, especially if they can bring the band back together, as it were.
I completely agree. I think that Lupin is one of those long-standing, can't-fail franchises.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like PD said, this will probably be guaranteed ratings for the network that will have it. It's going to lead to movies. It's going to be sort of a rebirth of a franchise, which is always good.
Yes.
Because I'm of the belief if you have a long-standing franchise, but you still continue to release new material, like Mobile Suit Gundam, like I would even go so far as to say a Shin-chan. If you have this long-standing franchise and you keep releasing material, then by all means, go for it. Thank goodness Akira Toriyama decided to actually start releasing and doing more Dragon Ball Z again instead of having Funimation just re-release and re-release and re-release and re-release.
Yeah.
And
If this
will probably be good all around for everybody.
Yeah. If this was like somebody bringing back a dead property for the sake of for the desperate grab at relevance and attention, I wouldn't be as agreeable to it. But this is a good idea. And yes, I was subtle.
You could do worse. You could do with worse franchises than Lupin the Third. Go ahead, Jack.
Lupin is a great, unique, fun, and very rightfully beloved series. This is perfectly alright by me. I just want to say, for some reason, the chat is still fixating on, from months past, the Tim Burton directing One Piece, and now asking that Tim Burton just direct all live-action anime. So, I ask you guys, right now, with the hashtag A3KLive, pretty please go onto the Tweeter Twatter, as DJM would call it, and let us know with hashtag A3KLive and hashtag Tim Burton Anime, what should Tim Burton direct? Soul Eater is already a given. There you go.
Yes. And then the Death Note is an interesting part of all this. The original thing that we were going to talk about, it's going to become a live action TV show, a regular old J-drama. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys feel on that?
I think that I'm of the opinion that this could either be as good or better than Death Note the musical. And I love the just that phrase alone. We talked about it 2 weeks ago on the show. Death Note the musical.
I want that. I want that inside of me this very instant. You don't understand. You do not understand how badly I want that. That is going to be the greatest.
Now, for the audio listeners out there, Jack, could you just say that one more time, please?
Oh my god.
I want that inside me.
You're welcome, audio listeners. Now, Colton, we're getting all sorts of Death Note right now.
A lot of it, yeah.
Whether it's a musical or whether it's a J-drama. Are you going to try and check this out? Colton is stunned with silence.
He's stunned.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is. Colton, come back to
Helena Bonham Carter as Misa.
Yes.
and Johnny Depp as L, because I don't think that he looks good enough to be light anymore.
Can you guys just vamp for a minute while I think about Helena Bonham Carter as Misa Amane? Can I just? I'm just gonna go ahead.
Colton, take it away.
Oh, all I was saying was I like Death Note a lot. I think it's a great series, and I'm probably one of the few people that I mean I don't like the second half of the series as much as I do the first, but I don't necessarily hate it. I
saw that
really
right arm moving there, DJM. You behave. You behave. We are live right now, young man.
You're lucky I didn't see what you were doing.
It's
I saw
Helena
what you
Bonham
did there.
Carter.
Yada yada does it.
Oh my god.
And the yara yara counts up to 3, and that means 3 shots for everyone.
She was so good as the Queen of Hearts, though. And Sweeney Todd, just.
Oh my god.
All right, but as you were saying,
This just in, DJM loves yandere girls, especially pale English yandere girls. I wonder what he thinks about Amanda Palmer. If he knows about her, he already knows, but if he doesn't, I'm going to have to introduce him and give him a little clinic in Amanda Palmer.
Amanda Palmer.
If any of you in the comments
Patty McSwag may help you out in teaching DJM about Amanda Palmer.
I'm intrigued. I am intrigued.
She is something else. She's married in gaming, but she
not
is
quite as intrigued as I am about Death Note in the musical.
Keikaku means plan. Keikaku means plan. Sorry for feeling that, except I'm not sorry, Cody.
I'm gonna take this potato chip and eat it. Yes,
eat it. Just eat it. Eat it. Take a potato chip and eat it. Take a potato chip and eat it.
Now, Petey, you are my resident contact on all things J Dorama. Which attractive young males will end up being cast as Light Yagami and L in this show?
Okay, the tough part for me is that and I've started my journey into the dramas. I have not gotten into J dramas. I've been mostly watching K dramas, so I've not gotten into J dramas. I can give you a couple of good actors, young actors like Kim Soo Hyun, a Korean actor. He could work well. I have to look at there are some great young actors out there, but I can give you like
also
Kim Soo Hyun.
Petey, as a follow-up question, which member of AKB48 will be the best-looking goth princess as Misa Amane?
None of them. They're not attractive, and I hate them.
Hey, by numbers alone, there has to be a few attractive ones in there. Just
by numbers
alone.
Those numbers better
thousands.
be above 18. That's all I'm saying. They better be.
That's all I care about.
They have to be above 18.
Okay, AW Brawler in the chat room just killed it. It will be John Stamos as Light. Although he's busy now. He's back on the scene now that Full House is getting brought back from
Not
Netflix.
to mention all them Dan and Oikos commercials he signed on for. And earlier he mentioned Will Smith as Ryuk, and I'm just kind of killing myself inside thinking about
Whoa, hold on, guys. If we're getting John Stamos to play Light, I think Ryuk should be Dave Coulier. I mean, come on. That's
all right, come on, people.
Colton,
let's not whitewash it.
Colton, cut it out.
Colton,
we're not going to whitewash this, okay?
Willem Dafoe as Ryuk. Willem Dafoe as Ryuk. I'm actually okay with that as long as he plays it as full ham as he did as the Green Goblin in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
Well, Willem Dafoe has pretty much done everything for like the last 10 years. And yes, One Eye Sin 3D is pretty much right about Willem Dafoe. He won't need the makeup as Ryuk. It's pretty much him right there.
Makeup. This is wonderful. I'm so proud of each and every one of you except AW.
Oh, poor AW.
One-sama will not smile.
All I care about
will not. You need
all
to.
I care about.
You need to earn it, AW. Yes. You need to earn One-sama appreciating what you're saying.
I'll recommend one current actress that is breaking into the Japanese entertainment scene. Co-star of Assassination Classroom live action, Kang Ji-young, formerly of Kara.
That might be good. That might actually work.
Is she of age, Petey? Is she of age?
Oh, she's in her mid to late 20s.
Excellent.
Okay. All right, perfect. All right, then it's totally cool. I'm sure she's beautiful and talented and just a grade A good egg. Guys, there's something else. All of this weird, crazy stuff, like a live-action Death Note, a Death Note musical.
Keikaku means plan.
I'm gonna break all your brains, and we're gonna throw this one around the horn.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yes.
Don't do it to me. Don't do this to me, David.
Jack, this is part of your training. I'm toughening you up, Jay Quellen. This is part of your training. Now, Studio Ghibli actually wanted to try and adapt none other than the recently massively successful Parasyte.
Sean is going to kill himself.
Retired Ghibli
Anime
producer
3000's done now. Goodbye.
All right,
yet.
see you guys.
No, we're still here. Damn it.
Oh, okay, I'm back. Okay.
Toshio Suzuki, a retired producer from Studio Ghibli, revealed in a radio interview with Tokyo FM that he and Hayao Miyazaki were at one time interested in adapting the Parasyte manga. However, at the time, the production rights were held up by New Line Cinema here in America. So, yeah, we nearly got an adaptation for Parasyte by Studio Ghibli, except it's being held up by an American company? ...
Put on their faces.
Okay.
This is weird. I'm just saying that this is weird. I mean, one, I can't even imagine how Parasyte would be under Studio Ghibli. The Parasyte for the main character, Migi, sorry, he would probably be, kind of innocuous and very uninteresting, and have a whole bunch of political statements that don't really mean anything, while all of this cool action would be going on around him. Jack, did you finally catch up on Parasyte?
I have not. I've been too busy watching Death Parade because that is incredible.
That's another show that both, I think, Colton and I have been telling you about, and I know Sean and I have been telling you about Parasyte too.
I truly think that this is a mistake, but then again, that makes me sound like Miyazaki. Please understand.
Please understand.
Please understand.
We want to show you.
Before we move on, Patrick McSwaggerson in the chat, earning my eternal love with Benedict Cumberbatch as Spike, The Rock as Jet Black, Chloe Moretz as Edward. Movie made.
Guys, stop. The Cowboy Bebop movie is never being made.
Please continue. Please continue.
Stop it.
No.
You're all grounded.
No.
Yes.
No.
God, the live action Akira is going to get made before Cowboy Bebop.
I saw Oingo Boingo, and I know it wasn't supposed to be that Oingo Boingo, but I'm just thinking of JoJo the movie now. Everybody, cast that. Cast that.
I don't want a live action JoJo. Nobody wants that.
Yada yada. Yada. Yes, you do.
I kind of want to see a live action Parasyte now, just to see how they'll do with the hand. Maybe they'll get Petey. Maybe they'll get Booker T to do it, since he's had his hand for years.
Hey, David, if Ghibli does this, then the hand's gonna end up looking like those weird Karak-looking creatures from Princess Mononoke, and it's not gonna be terrifying. It's gonna be weirdly adorable, and then they're gonna make a million plushies of it, and the hand's gonna have a little disconnect here, and there's gonna be a little kawaii bone sticking out. And then if you squeeze it, then it makes bloody noises. And that's
I will say this. If nothing else, from the idea of Studio Ghibli adapting Parasyte, it would at least have a better theme song.
Yes.
Sweet Mother of God, I will say this until the end of time. Parasyte, really good show, horrible Screamo theme song. Just
I mean, as much shit as people give Ghibli, I really enjoy what's his name, Joe Hisaishi, I think, who does a lot of the music for Studio Ghibli's films. I really enjoy a lot of his soundtracks.
Joe Hisaishi is wonderful. However, no. Actually, Girl 89 remarking once again. I guess this meme that I've come up with is just staying alive now. Only Tim Burton can do Parasyte. All caps.
Jesus Christ.
No, I could. No, children. The guy that could do Parasyte is David Cronenberg, who Tim Burton wishes he was. Oh, thank you. Hashtag film snob.
Hated it.
Now, just to move on, guys,
Yes.
I have to ask. Tell me. What have you been dotting? Jack, what have you been up to? What have you been watching, playing?
We're just gonna... I'll wait. I will wait. to talk about the first thing that is on my list here,
Oh my
but I
God.
am going to sing the song. I will sing the song. But I caught a little bit more.
Well, by all means, honey child, sing away.
Sing right now? Fine. Ding dong, the app is dead. Love ain't live. Go soak your head. Ding dong, the wicked app is dead. Yes, I have played as much as I can stand of Love Live, and it is done. It is done. I will be happy to talk about it a little bit more when another one of our guests will speak of it, but I will wait. Other than that, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jack.
Yes,
I'm
Colton.
so sorry, Jack.
Are you?
I'm sorry,
You know-
Jack.
You know what?
Thank you, Jack.
I forgive you.
I appreciate your efforts.
I'm not happy with you, but I forgive you because that's
Welcome,
how-
everyone.
Damn it.
Welcome, everyone, to the Love Live therapy session.
I'm not even a real wolf.
We're joined by
I'm
Jack
not.
and Colton and PD.
It's good. It's good that you're sharing.
Colton, how have you been doing with the Love Live anime?
Well, I still think it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
It's okay, Colton. It's okay, Colton. You're among friends here. It's okay.
You know what? I will say, for those who probably follow me on Twitter, this probably won't be anything new, but I thought episode 5 of the anime was actually pretty funny. There were actually some funny jokes and actually some great comedic timing with certain scenes, but it's the first time the show's actually made me laugh out loud and not like chuckle at unintentionally funny things. So, I mean, I still have like half of the first season to go through, which is all I'm watching for this thing that I'm going to be doing for the network. But yeah, that's about as much as. I mean, other than Love Live, I've been. I haven't really gotten the chance to watch much else. I've been basically just reading a bunch of stuff for the Manga Corner, watching anime with my friends like always. You know, rewatching stuff like Death Parade and a little bit of Gintama here and there. Even some Hunter x Hunter. A friend of mine's been really getting into Hunter x Hunter lately, so she's been making me rewatch a bunch of it. So what else? Oh, and you know, like I said earlier, I did release an episode of the Manga Corner today. But again, I'll talk more about that at the end when we do our takeaway. But that's pretty much it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? I gotta get back to what I actually
Jack.
did.
Oh, yeah. Yes, Jack has to get her shit in.
I have to actually talk about things that made me happy
Yes.
because I did a lot. I did a lot in the sake of pain.
This is your time to cleanse, Jack. It's okay. You're in a safe place here.
Thank you. Thank you. I apologize. I watched a little bit more of Inu X Boku Secret Service. It's not as bad as I thought it was. It just had a really weird first episode with a really weird first scene. And I caught a little bit more Steven Universe, including the DBZ kind of parody, Garnet's Universe. That was really adorable.
That's a
I don't know
good
if Colton's-
episode.
I really adored that. I'm not strong enough. Very adorable. Reread some JoJo. I lost at Uno Attack. I lost even more at Punch Out Wii. More about that in the takeaway. And I drew a bunch. I'll be posting some Death Parade fan art pretty soon. And here's something that is the perfect counter to Love Live, which is why I desperately wanted to get back to talking about what I was donning. I found something that I will name the title of, but I will not tell you how to spell it, so you have to figure it out phonetically. It is something that is the complete antithesis of what Love Live is, in musical genre, in animation style, in uniqueness, in talent, in everything presented, and of course, even the demographic, as this is somewhat, slightly, in the most slightest sense, made for girls who watch anime. But it is incredibly subtle, because this is not only a really decently designed and excellently scored show. It is rockin' as fuck, and it has one of the most amazing setups and most imaginative plots I've ever yet seen. This is Bakumatsu Rock, and I will be very soon finishing the entirety of it, and most likely reviewing it for Anime 3000. It is my savior. I would be dead, hanging from the rafters, from a noose, made
man.
out of the fleece of body pillows.
Ooh, that's deep. That's heavy,
Without
Doc.
Bakumatsu rock.
Yes.
PD
Rave.
please
Yes.
please understand.
What have you been watching, playing, dotting, my friend?
So, a couple of things. I also have been experiencing Love Live, and I'm going to.
So brave. So brave.
All right. So first of all, I'll tell you what happened. What happened was.
Happy was.
So we had. I think we discussed like on Hallyu-Juku. Go to kpoppodcast.com. We'll talk about it on the takeaway. Hallyu-Juku, we had just discussed, I think, the saddest little Kickstarter ever about like idol simulation that looked like a Pokemon game that was kind of terrible. And we'd mentioned that there's idol games out there, and I just looked some up on the Google Play Store, and I found one called I found one called School Idol Festival. I did not know that it was a thing from a thing or from another thing. I just knew that okay, this is a. It says it's a rhythm game. It's School Idol Festival. All right, let me describe. Have we gone in depth of the actual game, the School Idol Festival, before on the show?
Can we?
Why, Jack?
Please?
I believe that's the game you've been playing. Could you give us
Okay.
your deep probing thoughts on School Idol Festival?
Let us please.
Can I give the dry description, and you can give your wet, moist with thoughts?
Market it to the children, and then I will immediately make them not want to play it. Let's do
Okay.
that.
Oh my god.
So, there's this rhythm game on the Google Play Store or on the iOS Store.
The same
Is
place
it-
where you can find Memory Chan.
Yes. The gameplay works like this. You have 9 nodes laid in a U shape, and they play a song, and to the rhythm of that song, little circles go towards each of those nodes into the beat, and then you hit them in time with the beat. There are sometimes variations, like ones you hold. Once there's pairs, you have nice little signifiers to know when you have to hit them at the same time. There's little power-ups. The key thing is that those nodes are occupied by one of your idols of your idol collection. You kind of have these cards. You almost like build a deck or build several decks of these cards. They're varying skill levels, in the different categories of the game. The songs and the idols are separated into categories as well. Be they smile, cool, and smile, cool, and pure. If you want to kind of break it down into idol concept ideas, it's innocent concept, cute concept, sexy concept. If you want to kind of break it down, just being honest. And then you get common cards, you get common idols, you get rare idols, which are the main characters from the show, and the rare idols have special abilities, like point added, points, score boosts added to the timing windows, things like that. And I'm going to say, all right. I'll give my thoughts. That was kind of an overview. There's a little more. There's it's free to play, so it has that free to play thing where there's money, there's special money, there's extra special money, for various things like getting characters and whatnot. So you have that free to play thing, and it has that casual game feel to it. Jay Quellen dropped a bomb on him.
Watch out, she's gonna blow.
Breathe, Jack. Breathe. Breathe.
This game is horrible. This game that you play on your phone eats your memory and has to re-download itself and the new content for each day
Oh my god.
on your phone. And it takes several hours to do so, even on a normal phone like mine, which does not have additional speed data nor a shitty data plan. It is appalling how poorly set up that it is in terms of an application. The touch sensitivity is awful, which, given the content of the game, is almost blasphemic. It is impossible to perfect a level over a certain difficulty if your phone does not wish to cooperate. I have multiple times, and my phone is not the greatest, but it is also not a piece of trash, and I take good care of it. It is in an OtterBox, and it is very well maintained. I have many times tapped the horrible-looking art of a euphoric nun, only to have it highlight.
Oh, you have Christina too?
Yeah. Fuck
you get
her.
You get like 50 of her. Yeah.
I basically had. I had a team, and I've got some screenshots that I will be continuing to put in of how horrifying that the artwork is, how fetishistic it is, of my team, which is consisted of the most egregious character designs. Each of the characters has insufferable voice acting, and in order to get any actual story, because the regular story is not an actual story, but a way to show you how the incredibly, the bass-ackwards mechanics of the game. Here, train with yourself, and they'll get a new outfit. Here, train with another character. It's like gem fusion, but boring, and I didn't think that was possible.
Oh my god.
And they have maybe one line where they say something to show off their one-note personality, such as Nico saying, "Okay, so you need a leader in your show. Pick me because I'm obviously the best, even though I'm only a first-year Nico."
She's a third year.
And then they'll just kind of react, and then it gets back into more
So she has no
tutorial
actual
speech.
discernible personality traits whatsoever, is what you're saying.
There is
In the
no
game.
reason for me to consider that she is actually any sort of way superior to anybody enough to elicit
Oh, of course you're going to
Question.
play an AW. Of course you are.
And here's the thing, and here's
All right.
the most important thing. In order to complete and actually get some semblance of story in this game, you need to fill up a bar. And that seems normal enough because you fill up bars every time that you complete a level. However, you have to keep that particular idol in your party in order to get their story, and each bar that you fill up fills up a petal on a 5-petal flower, and you have to fill up 5 of these flowers in order to get story, which means I have to play up to 25 times, more probably, because this game has such terrible controls and touch recognition, in order to complete and get to a terrible story I don't want to watch. So I stopped.
You can stop.
I stopped.
You can stop
I
now.
quit.
Right,
And hallelujah, I am free. I am a free gamer. I can play the games I want to play. I can replay Disgaea 3. I can play it. Damn it. I can play Blaze Blue again.
Petey Rave. Petey.
Counterpoint. I will provide my counterpoint. I love you, Jake Quillen. I'm glad. I respect your opinion. I will say my counterpoint. I did not encounter any of the memory issues or the downloading issues or the gameplay issues that you encountered. I don't know if it's unique to my phone or unique to certain phones. Maybe it's a weird thing, but I have not encountered any of the gameplay issues.
I use my phone for business. That's a main thing, as I think many my age who are working online for a living to eat dinner do.
Yeah.
So there's that. You don't have to do that because you are an adult and you're successful, and why?
I wouldn't call myself successful. But I will say I haven't any issues with the controls. Your points are extremely valid. The stories are dumb. It's basically the main story is a tutorial. The side stories are there, for the main characters or for your random side characters. Honestly, they're there so you can. I got a thing. That's a way I can get a free love gem. Cool. There's a free love gem waiting for me after that dumb thing. I will say this: if you come at this like Jake Quillen did, as a gamer coming in for a deep, thoughtful complete game that will.
I wouldn't consider myself even that demanding. I play fucking Disgaea.
But all right, so I understand that. This is something to play on the shitter.
Yeah.
For about 5 minutes, about as long as it takes to listen to one of the catchy, dumb songs.
I appreciate this. I appreciate that you say this.
This is to play on the shitter. This is to just play, you know, when you're bored. The songs are fun. When it's for me, it's been working. The gameplay is fun. The reason I say this, and I put it in the notes, that it tickles the part of me that loves rhythm games. I am a rhythm game fanatic. Like, I loved. I have frequency, amplitude. I am a rock band mark. I'm a harmonics mark. I'm a harmonics guy. I kickstarted. I contributed to the Kickstarter of the Amplitude remake or reroute or whatever it's going to be. I am hyped for Rock Band 4. I don't give a shit about Guitar Hero Live. That's kind of they're watering down the gameplay and emphasizing something that doesn't need to be emphasized. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. We're getting Rock Band 4. It is a perfectly competent, if you can get it to work, rhythm game that you can play for about 5 minutes and forget about. If you don't care about these dumb little side stories, you can don't worry about them. Get yourself your free love gems. You can get as obsessed about this as you want, but it is. And you can collect your team, and you can assemble your team. And I've more or less assembled my teams. Like I have a smile team. I call them Sparkle. It stands for Special Arrangement of Kindness, Love, and Energy.
Did you just say that out loud in front of a live audience?
Yeah, I have no shame. I have no shame about this. I also have I will tell you my teams.
Could you say that one more time, Petey?
Sparkle, yes. Special Arrangement of Kindness, Love, and Energy. I have my cool team.
That's my boy Petey Rave, everybody. That's my boy.
I have my cool team, Glow. And my pure team is Shine. I
pick up what you're doing there. I'm picking up.
I didn't do it on purpose, but I guess I did it subconsciously. Of naming them all after female wrestling promotions.
I pick up what you're doing with Sparkle and Shine. I pick that up.
And Glow,
That's
too.
Okay.
Don't forget Glow.
And Glow, gorgeous ladies of wrestling. I totally pick up.
I appreciate your efforts, Petey. I appreciate it. I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you know what? It can't help. It can't take away the pain.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
It's okay.
I understand.
Jack.
I understand.
I'm giving you a hug over the intertubes.
Oh, poor baby.
Okay.
I'm giving you a hug over the intertubes, Jack. It's okay. It's okay.
Group hug. Everybody get in here.
You don't have to do anything with Love Live anymore, Jack.
Yes.
It's okay.
It's
okay.
All right. So I will.
Colton,
I'm gonna.
Colton, I will
Colton,
not.
That was a thing there.
No, I'll talk about it during the takeaway. Just let's continue.
I'll quickly go through a couple things. I will talk about the show itself. The anime itself is a good source of occasional chuckles. It's a multimedia franchise show. It has some fun elements. It doesn't have as much male gaze as you would assume it does. I don't know if I didn't pick up on it, but it doesn't have as much. It has a little, but it kind of goes away or whatever. It's cute, it's funny, it's fun, occasionally funny, it's silly, it'll give you a good chuckle. It's as, like, when previously Colton discussed it, you guys came up with the idea, it's mostly harmless.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly. Mostly. I will put this one caveat on the show, and it's not unique in this, there's other things that do it as well. It does contribute to the further romanticizing of the idol industry.
Yeah.
Just in general. Like the idol industry is just a bunch of plucky girls working harder and doing their best for each other and being friends instead of a cash cow industry that grinds young girls through to the bone and ruins them. You know, these 9 girls. It's funny that these 9 because they eventually, spoiler alert, they grow to a 9-person group and they're called Muse, referencing the 9 muses.
Wait, after the band Muse?
No, not
I
Muse.
wish.
No,
That'd be
it's
fucking
like the
hilarious.
micro.
They all start talking.
That would be
They'll
if
start
they
talking. It scares the head out of me. No guiding right.
exactly. It would be a lot better.
I'm killing this. I'm killing this right now. You do not
It'd be like
bring
Detroit Metal
a
City.
band like Muse into this.
Only for
You
Muse.
do not bring up Detroit Metal City in my presence, young lady.
All right. All right, a couple things. The art style is really interesting because for the live performances they switch between regular 2D and then a 3D animation reminiscent of the Vocaloids, and like what you see in like maybe a little bit like on Knights of Sidonia, that 3D animation thing, which is interesting. It's interesting to watch it. Hashtag interesting drink.
It's very akin to a Tiger and Bunny.
Yes. And then the 9 Muses thing, of course, made me think of the K-pop group 9 Muses, and I'm like, at some point, members start leaving. I'm like, wow, there really are 9 Muses. If you want a counterpoint to the idea of how much this romanticizes the idol industry, a great counterpoint is another thing that I dotted just this morning, which is a documentary by the name of 9 Muses of Star Empire. 9 Muses of Star Empire is a documentary documenting the pre-debut and debut and quite a bit of the post-debut of 9 Muses from the entertainment agency Star Empire. You kind of get to see you see a member basically leave and they have to replace a member. You see the practice. You see all of the like not so fun things. Kind of the a little bit more bare bones, a little bit more in your face, a little bit more honest, which makes me wonder how they allowed the cameras there in the first place. This is crazy, but it's a very interesting documentary.
I want to stop you real quick, Petey Rave. I appreciate you trying to redeem Muse for us all, but I just want to let you guys know the King of Fries 3 in the comments, just popping in to say hello and telling us that the best part of the Love Live game is that if you want to power up your idols, you sacrifice idols to make her better.
Yes,
now,
the practice.
I just want to wrap this up.
Hey, Jack, you don't like the fact that you get to sacrifice that large load of Christina extras?
I didn't even
Christina
fucking know
clones.
I could do that. I didn't know what the context was for it, but now that is, I wish that I'd kind of kept it for a little bit
That's
longer.
how you practice.
Just to murder them all.
Yeah, practice.
All right, now, I just want to give one really big shout out from me to at Nerd for Anime on Twitter. He's speaking right to me personally on Twitter using the hashtag A3K Live. Tim Burton directing Durarara. Yes.
Yes.
Also, number 2, Tim Burton directing Dead Man Wonderland. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that.
I am immediately following this guy.
Jeez.
Yes, that is at Nerd4 Anime on Twitter. Big shout out to him. Also, for Dead Man Wonderland, we will be covering that on the next episode of the Nanashi Anime Podcast. So let's just jump into the takeaway. Petey Rave, tell us about your stuff!
Yes. I do Hallyu-Juku. It's all East Asian pop culture. Kpoppodcast.com, you want to go there. We talk about K-pop, we talk about J-pop a little bit. Not as much as we want to, just because we need a guide. Hopefully y'all can let us know about some of the things that are happening with J-pop, force us. We talk about dramas.
Radio.
Yes. Yeah. We talk about not just K-pop. We talk about Korean hip-hop, indie, all that kind of stuff. We just talk about some of the fun stuff. It's just me and Kaz just sitting down and shooting the shit. We were gonna call it shooting the shit with 2 non-Asian K-pop fans, but we just kind of decided against it. Creative could have.
That's a terrible title.
Other than that, I just kind of do random things. Fanny Pack Wrestling is on a hiatus, but we will. I'm putting things in docs and planning things out, and we'll discuss them on our time.
And your co-host is still on his wrestling sabbatical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing
Exactly.
by the time the hiatus is over, he'll be back in.
Yes. Check it out for all the other episodes. Check out the episodes. FannyPackWrestling.com. The big thing, record breakers. If you guys like music, if you want to know new music, you want to join. If the idea of a book club for music interests you, then by all means check out Record Breakers Podcast. RecordBreakersPodcast.com. Each of us brings in an album and we share it with each other, and then we read haikus. I will throw in a pick. There's nobody here to do a music pick. Court Byer isn't here to do a music pick, so I'll do it. Cody Byer. I'll do it. Love Exteriors, We Love, We Leave, Part 1.
You gotta do it in his voice. You gotta do the voice. Do your best impression.
No,
I would do a poor job. Love Exterior.
That is Cody Byer's album of the week.
Yes. Love Exterior, We Love, We Leave. Part 1. It's out there all over the place. Love Exterior is one of the best Korean one of the best indie bands out there, and I love them. But yeah, that's Rebelly.net for all the shows, basically. At PD Rave.
It is RABELLY.net. Rebelly.net. And Rebelly TV on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And Twitch.
Colton, I hear you had a new episode of the Manga Corner come out today. Why don't you tell us all about it?
Yeah, I uploaded a new episode of the Manga Corner today. We had a guest, Drew McCabe, I can't talk, from Comic Attack on to talk about Food Wars, or aka Shokugeki no Soma, which is probably one of the most unique things running in Jump right now, I will say. I definitely want to continue reading that. I'm also enjoying the anime for that too. So people should go check that out if they want to hear our thoughts on Food Wars. Probably one of my favorite episodes so far, other than the JoJo episode we did a couple months back. I do want to take a minute real quick too, because I don't feel like I've really explained very well why I'm sort of taking on Love Live, not just because, I'm a sucker like that. I might be trying to start up a new podcast soon, maybe? And I decided to maybe use Love Live as an excuse to basically maybe do a special episode of said new podcast, maybe put it up on the A3K network, see if people like it. And by the way, thank you, Jack, because playing the game, you're going to be talking about your thoughts on this new podcast thing I'm doing soon. Hopefully we can get it recorded in the next month, maybe, but it probably won't be out for a little while. I want to try to get this new podcast up during the summer, maybe in the fall by the latest. But I'm gonna try to have this up by this year. But I'm not ready to talk about it in detail yet because I'm still working out a few kinks. But new podcast is coming. But if you want to maybe listen to stuff I'm doing currently, you can. If you're a fan of Gintama, you should really be listening to Life Lessons, the Gintama Manga Cast. We just had our 2nd anniversary episode recently. We're doing a special character spotlight on Mr. Hijikata Toshiro for those who are into Gintama. Spent about 2 hours talking about that. That should be fun. You can follow that at gintalifelessons.wordpress.com. So that's all the stuff you can look forward to for now.
Awesome, Colton. Thank you. And where can they follow you on Twitter, Colton?
Yes.
You can follow me at SniperKing323. That's SNIPERKING323. I like to talk about animes and mangas and other stuff. I'm a pretty friendly guy. At least I like to tell myself that.
You were this close to saying SNM when you were spelling out your name, weren't you? That's why you stammered, isn't it, Colton? Heyo! Yeah. Everybody's got to be sexualized in this one, not just me and not just David.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Jack D. Tyler D., what have you got going on?
Shit. What am I doing? Hey, kids, boys, and girls of all ages. Do you like the Comic Cast on Anime 3000 at Twitter? Do you like original comics, animations, and visual novels? Dump your money into these amazing projects at my PayPal, which I actually have the link for in the show notes, and also as a pinned tweet at the top of my Twitter, which is Jack D. Tyler D. You can also find me under the exact same handle at Fiverr. That's Fiverr, and I will draw you something for $5 measly and get it to you quicker than you can say Uncle Grandpa. And finally,
Good morning.
Good morning. And then you can find me at Mechanical Symphonies at Tumblr drawing stuff for free and ogling that good shit. And finally, tonight for my speed draw, because I was playing some Punch-Out, I'm thinking of running a Punch-Out gauntlet tonight, by which I mean I am going to give myself a half an hour, and in that amount of time, I am going to be not just drawing, but commentating. That's right, guys. No crappily filtered music through my phones, through my computer speakers anymore. This is going to be all me, live commentary, drawing for a half an hour, and seeing how many characters from Punch-Out I can draw in 30 minutes. And I will be posting that on YouTube at the best URL ever, Yoshi Star Spirit. And we'll be reposting that link once it is up in, I don't know, a century because of how YouTube is.
Jack, can we get
Jack
that
D. Tyler D.
URL? Can we get that YouTube URL one more time, Jack?
Yoshi Star Spirit, babe.
Thank you.
I dropped the mic.
Well,
Expensive.
Petey, you know as well as I do, if there's one thing I strongly dislike, it's plugging anything that I'm doing, because I not so secretly hate myself. But I will talk about someone else, someone that I recently came across, a young lady by the name of Desi. Her art is under the name Nozomi Neko. She's got the deviant art. She's on the Tweeter at Nozomi Neko. And she's going to be at ASIN for all of you that are going to be at that big anime convention in the Chicago area. Look for her stuff. I think she's really good.
I will.
Give her a follow on Twitter, Nozomi Neko. And check out her deviant art under the same name, Nozomi, Nozomi, Neko, Neko, out on the DeviantArt and on the Tweeter. So that's my new friend Desi, Nozomi Neko, and check her stuff out. I think she's pretty good. I dig her stuff. That has been the A3K podcast for this week. Thank you all for joining us. We are here every Saturday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can hear us on demand on the interwebs, in iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and for free at anime3000.com. My name is David Majors. For Jack D. Tyler D., for Colton, and for Petey Rave, we thank you all for watching, for listening, and we will see you next time.
Omoe wa washineru.
I'm going to go lay down.
All right, bye.
To the Love Live app.
And that
You're already deleted.
is a show. Oh, Petey's already out. He's already out. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
And Colton's out too. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in.
That
Guys,
was something.